They've served our country with courage and dedication, and now as they plan for the next chapter in their health journey, it is time for us to serve them. This year, the Medicare annual enrollment period is an important one for millions of Americans, especially our nation's veterans. Today, we are joined by Humana Broker Relationship Manager Michael Jones, here to share how Medicare Advantage plans can help complete VA healthcare benefits and what to keep in mind when exploring your options. It is so great to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for stopping by today. Some really great information that you're going to be covering. But first off, you were a veteran yourself, so thank you so much for your service.
I appreciate that.
Can you kind of tell us a little bit about your journey and where you are today?
Yeah, so I born and raised in Louisville, joined the service when I was 18 years old, went to Fort Knox, Kentucky, and then it took me like 20 years to get back there. So served all over the world, to include the combat zones of Somalia and Iraq and Afghanistan, and then when I finally got back to Louisville, I decided to retire. So it took me about 20 years and 7 months to go from one building to the other, but very proud of my service, very proud of all the men and women who continue to do that. We certainly appreciate all that they do to provide for our freedoms.
Absolutely, and this show is all dedicated to our veterans and our service members. So now that you work for Humana, supporting its Medicare program, I understand that you are a veteran, so you can see this kind of both ways. So tell us a little bit about all of the programs that Humana has to offer to support our veterans.
Certainly, we have done a lot in this space. Originally, when I was employed here, I've been here for 14 years. My job was to help them try to navigate that space as we continued on. And over the years, working with our partners like the VFW, DAV, AMVETS, et cetera, we've developed programs to help educate veterans, because there's a lot of complexity behind VA benefits, or people who are military retirees like myself when they go to TRICARE for Life. It can be complex, and people want to have answers because it's kind of unique for them. And then even those that go to the VA, how you get to the VA is kind of a unique experience that each veteran kind of experiences in their own way, and trying to educate people to that so that we could be proper advisors. And then if they do need assistance, we would be well positioned to do that. And we spent a lot of work doing that. I think we own that space, in my opinion. I wrote the original lesson plan that helps our partners and our own employees learn what that is about, and I think we've done really well with that.
Yeah, and so you mentioned all of these services, that unique experience, but can you talk a little bit more about the health-related social issues that you kind of mentioned?
Right. So over the years, people have understood that food insecurity affects us all, but also in the veteran space as well. Working with the VFW and combating against hunger, combating, just lots of different programs. Over the last year, I think we've delivered over 800,000 meals to veterans that were in need, as well as 325 nights to those in the homeless situation. And then working with the VFW for probably the past few years, 6.4 million meals that we've been able to deliver those in the food insecurity. And my own experience as a young soldier when I got to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, as I moved, my family moved with me, but my wife would always have to find new employment to wherever we went. And that creates a little bit of financial hardship.
Of course.
And so I've seen it myself, living paycheck to paycheck, and you can get to a situation where you need someone's assistance, and certainly we want to make sure that those who are serving us have food on the table at night. So very proud of that work we have done. And then beyond that, veteran suicides is always something it's close to our heart. Yeah. 17 veterans a day is the last statistic that we can go on from the VA, and that's just an extraordinary number of these young men and women who can't seem to put the war behind them, and so forth. And partnering with USAA and partnering with our veteran service organizations, just trying to support what they're doing, because they're well positioned to do those things, and we just want to be supportive of that. And I think we're having an impact. I hope we're saving a life, because if we just save one life, that's enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And so kind of switching gears back to Medicare, tell us a little bit about why veterans may want to consider Medicare Advantage plan, even if they have those VA healthcare benefits.
Yeah, VA is kind of unique. You come to the VA for basically two ways. You either have a service-connected type injury, something that you were injured while on active duty, or you financially qualify, but you served honorably, right? So in that in mind, the VA is kind of complex, and you served your country country, you earned that benefit, but you also worked for a long period of time, and you paid into Medicare.
Right.
And a lot of veterans get to that 65 threshold typically when they become Medicare eligible, and they're trying to decide, should I just go to the VA or should I also use my Medicare? And in my opinion, you should do both. You worked for one, you earned the other, and it makes sense to us. Sometimes they want to balance what they have to pay to the federal government, their Part B premium, if they have to pay that. Most Americans do, and they're trying to balance if they want to make that payment. And to me, it's about freedom of choice. The VA is an excellent healthcare system. I use it myself, but I'm so fortunate to also have TRICARE if I want to go outside the VA to get second opinions, or if there's an emergency or something like that. So we recommend that they use their Medicare benefits, and then if they do, then there's other options that can also help with that. Because Medicare is obviously not the end of all, right?
Right, exactly. Well, thank you so much for stopping by the set today. Again, thank you so much for your service as well.
Thank you for having me.
So again, if you're interested in learning more, just go over to humana.com.